Hello folks, and welcome to a very special edition of Carter vs. the Developer. Now, normally, I take on developers at their own games. In this edition, a developer will be taking me on at his own game. The developer is Whitaker Trebella of Pivvot. Whitaker, how's it going?
It's going great. I'm so glad to be here.
Now there's a reason why we're gonna do this a little backwards. Whitaker is going to try and beat my time, because my high score of 36 seconds is higher than his high score. This is normally a problem.
Unprecedented?
This is unprecedented. We tried doing it where I beat his time. Now, I already beaten his time, but I want to do it on video. I did it on the first try. So to make things more interesting, we're gonna go backwards. It's developer versus the Carter.
Yeah, so basically what happens is people might be like, why are you bad at your own game? But the other game modes, the main ones, I played a million times. But with Berserk, because it's like a high score, specifically a high score game mode, I didn't end up really trying for high scores because it was a simple game mode to make, one shape, and when I actually tried to test it for bugs, I just turned off this special flag that just made it so that the user or the player didn't die. So I ended up being able to play for 400 seconds or whatever, but I actually wasn't actually trying it out. So I am not that good at Berserk mode, which is funny because everyone thinks I'm going to have this amazing high score, and I don't.
Well, now we're going to see if you can actually put your skills of knowing the game. You know every line of code. We're going to see if you can beat me, my high score at your game. This is going to be a point of pride.
All right.
We're going to give you 10 minutes, Whitaker, and you're going to try to beat my high score.
All right, I'm scared.
All right, I'm going to hit the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here we go. Okay, so as you can see up there, it's 36.
Yeah, so that's what he's going to try and beat here.
Right, 5. Okay, I can.
5.
I was on a good run. I think I can do this.
You got to warm up. Got to see what he can do here.
All right, 6. I'm getting better.
He's getting better.
All right, hold on. Okay. Oh, I hate when it's vertical like that shit. Oops.
They're kids watching Whitaker. Now I like to set the sensitivity a little lower than the default value. That's what I've heard some people do. Like I know Ryan Holowati of.
I'm gonna try it with just normal. You might be onto something, but I'm gonna try it first.
Yeah, that's what Ryan Holowati of Noodle Cake Games said. He's got he's way ahead of all of us. Like if we did it versus him, it would be a mess. But
I can't talk. Come on. Ah!
Ooh. Well, you're getting up to your
right.
high score. You got 24 seconds, but you're still, you're in the realm there.
So yeah, there's a guy named his Twitter handle is Lunartic, like as in moon 8, and he is like really into Noodle Cake games, and so he kind of he loves Super Stickman Golf, Lunar Racer, all those things, and so he sort of started following my stuff because I did music for Super Stickman Golf, Lunar Racer, and all that stuff, and he is insane on Pivvot. I mean, I think he does play it on an iPad, which makes it a little bit easier on Berserk, but still, his high score is 580 something seconds, which is the highest in the world.
That you said you tested it for 400 seconds, right?
Yeah, I haven't even
tested it for 400 seconds, the hardest game mode, and he's at 580.
I haven't even tested it up to that point. Yeah.
Like, the game could just be he could be a robot.
It could be like a kill screen right there.
Better than a robot. Like, he's the Paul Henry of video game high scores.
The Paul Bunyan.
Paul Henry. I
don't even know who Paul Henry is.
I might be making a name up.
Is that like Henry? Wait, what's the guy's name?
The guy who beat the folk hero who beat the train.
Isn't that John Henry?
John Henry. Paul
I think Bunyan and John Henry.
I'm mixing up Paul Bunyan and John Henry.
Well, Paul Henry must be really strong. All right. Okay, I'm getting... Okay, I had 24.
Yeah, you have to watch out for those ones right at the beginning. I don't know why I'm telling you this. You made the game.
I should have just made it so, like, it had this... You know, the new iPhones have the fingerprint thing. I should just, like, make a mode where, like, if it knows I'm playing, it makes it easier.
Yeah, once they open that API up, don't try to beat him at his own game. He'll make the instant win mode. Watch the video. He's just like...
You just put tape over the fingerprint sensor.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Or cut. He's local here to Chicago. We're doing this local, and I could just cut off his finger and and do it that way.
I can play with my stub.
Lunardic, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, buddy.
Or the blood could the blood could help me maybe like get into the mode.
It'll really get the blood flowing. Really get the blood pumping. It'll get the blood pumping out of your body.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah, it's a good thing we're playing on my iPhone, so that way he can't cheat.
It's so funny. I get so mad at myself when I play. Yeah, it's not like a special developer edition.
This is the retail build of the game. You know,
Yes.
there's no cheating or hackery going on here, folks.
I mean, but either way, like you can probably see that I suck already, so there's probably no question.
I mean, at a certain point, it's it's recognizing the hazards and then after that, it's just managing to nail enough of them in a row.
I just find it so funny that you're telling me these tips. It's so
I'm giving
funny.
you tips. Again, this is black is white, left is right, war is peace, controls are inverted.
Developers are journalists?
No, I've thought about making a game. You know, maybe.
Didn't you say you made a game in high school?
I made a game in high school.
See,
I am the developer. It's Whitaker versus the developer.
You should make an episode Carter versus Carter.
Well, the game I made was lost to history.
What was it about?
It was a clone of the Atari 2600 game Combat, where there was like two tanks in an arena. The problem was it was a two-player game. The problem was the compiler we were using, for whatever reason, would compile programs that can only take one keyboard input at a time.
Oh.
It made the game rather hard to play fairly. And then at one point I changed the window title and it screwed up.
Oh yeah, you said you couldn't open it from then on.
I couldn't get it working. I somehow got an A on the project. Which, maybe it was because I was like one of the few like non-difficult people in the class.
Yeah.
But, still it was a highly rated game, and and like most indies, it went underappreciated by the general public. The general public barely even knew about it because I didn't really like do anything with it. But
That's so funny.
I
should do a sequel.
I am at one point maybe I will.
Carter's
Maybe if I make
Tank
another
game 2.
Yeah, Carter's Tank Game 2. This time it's personal.
This time with a real title.
Yes.
That doesn't corrupt it. I'm getting so mad that I made this game right now. I hate the person who made it.
I know. I know. When you're a journalist and you get to play other people's games with high scores, you can curse them out. But the problem is, you can only you can curse yourself out.
I can.
But I guess the other thing is you could go and make like you could actually solve your problem. Like you could go and make like the high score build.
But see, you know what else is funny about this is the reason I made this mode is because I wanted, like literally, I wanted a game mode that I would put out there that I could hardly get 5 seconds or more, and that I just knew because of the internet and because of the way things are now. I just knew within a couple days someone would have this crazy high score. So I was really like, I intentionally made a game mode that I sucked at. So, I mean, I guess in that way I was successful, but it's just, yeah, I really do suck at it. I also, since I haven't been actively developing it for a while, I'm not as sharp on it. Like, I haven't really done much with this game for a couple months.
Excuses.
Alright. I've got to get this. I'm getting so... Alright, I'm gonna try the lowered sensitivity.
Yeah, that's what I've heard works is if you crank down, because it gives you a little bit more of a fine ability. Now you can't necessarily move out of the way as quickly, but
don't-
I like that fine
You don't
movement.
accidentally run into things as much.
Yeah. Now you actually made a change in a recent update to kind of level the playing field between iPad players and iPhone players, right?
Yes. However, so basically what I did is iPad. I didn't realize this until it was out, but iPad is way easier because there was a lot more of the screen to see what's coming up, and after I realized that, I felt like that wasn't really fair, and because iPhone players' high scores were in the probably less than 100, whereas many people on iPad had over 200 or something. So I wanted to make it fair by zooming in a little bit on iPad and zooming out on iPhone, but then after I released it, some people complained, and I realized that it's kind of a problem because then now all those high scores from the old version of the iPad are there, and now the iPad, I don't know, it just kind of messes up the leaderboards a bit. And also, now the people who were used to it on iPad kind of were frustrated. So I think what I'm going to do is in the future is just not really worry about the fairness between devices, and then just bring the iPad version back to zoomed out, but keep the iPhone version zoomed out as well. Because personally, I still think this is really hard on iPhone.
It's not easy anyway. You slice it.
Oh, man, I cannot believe I cannot beat your score. How much time do I have left?
All right, you got about 45 seconds.
Oh,
and once the timer goes off, we'll give you one more shot, so that way you're not distracted by it.
Okay, I'm gonna stop talking.
Let him do his work.
Okay. Thought I had it. Oh man! All right, this is it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
this
all
is your last one.
All right.
Last one. Here you go.
Developer who made this, wish me luck. No!
I figured that was going to happen.
I officially have failed on Developer versus Carter.
Well, Whitaker, you put up a good challenge against me, a person who did not make the game.
Oh my god.
But thank you for taking me on in Carter versus the Developer Reverse Edition. You put up a valiant fight.
Oh, that is so funny.
You need more practice.
I really do.
Or you need to put in the secret Whitaker mode cheat code.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Like a special override. Just
But-
make it look like I'm winning, but I'm not.
Yeah, but your shame is immortalized for everyone on the
it
internet
is.
to see now.
Especially because the 3 is like 318, 3. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, I can handle
There
that
you
for
go.
much longer.
Well,
Oh,
Whitaker,
man.
thanks for taking me on.
Thanks for letting me try. Oh, mighty one.
And folks, if you feel sorry for poor Whitaker, or if you want to try and beat him yourself,
Please feel free to do player against developer, because I'm sure you'll be able to beat me, and just send me your high score.
yeah,
I'd love to see it.
you can do. Yeah, you can upload it to using camcorder, I believe.
Every play. And
You,
then,
yeah, you feel free to try and beat Whitaker's score and post the replay, taunt him with
or even just
every play.
screenshot it and tweet me at W Trebella.
Yeah, you can do that. And of course, games available now, $2.99 on iTunes. You can do it on Android as well, and vote for it on Steam Greenlight.
All right, well, thanks
Whitaker?
for having me.
Yeah, been a pleasure.